Hey guys, good morning. It's Yo at the Hookin Hut, and welcome to Harry Potter Day. I'm celebrating. I've got, as of Motzei Shabbos, after Shabbos Saturday night, I now have not only all the movies that I've collected through the years of the Harry Potter show book, and then I've got all the Harry Potter books, two of which are from England. One I bought while I was there, and the last one I ordered from there back when it first came out. As of Saturday night, I now own the whole audio series. Thank you, Audible. Yeah, so that was fun. I like having that. Once my brain fries from listening to too much business stuff, I switch over and I do audiobooks. And so it makes a nice break from the day and gives your brain a rest. So anyways, this I made quite a while back, is the brainwave pattern, and I can't remember who did the brainwave. You'd have to go on Ravelry because it was a free pattern. Go on Ravelry and look for the brainwave, and that's what I pulled this from. And then my scarf I made myself. But anyways, I'm celebrating today. I'm happy about that. So anyway, what I have for you today is pretty cool. I got, Friday. Well, I'll get to that. Yes, I am confused and so forth because I've got a bunch of stuff lying around me right now. Ta-da! This is where I am now on my 30-day expedition scarf. And I had 3 days, Friday, Shabbos, and Sunday, that I had to go through and try to, 2 out of those 3 I had to ad-lib. I couldn't remember what Fridays, which is this one here, these 2, I couldn't remember what the sky looked like because I was too busy making mittens and I was late for them. And I'll get to that. But so I called up my mom. I was like, do you remember what the sky was like on Friday? Because I don't remember even looking out the window. I was just so desperately trying to undo some damage I'd done to the mittens. And she's like, I think I know it was cold. Yeah, I remember it was cold. I just don't remember it was sunny or not. So I went for gray because I knew it was going to rain. So I couldn't remember if it was fully that or not. So for Shabbos, of course, I don't go metal detecting on Shabbos. So I'm still running across red leaves that have come off the trees, still, from fall. So I put the red of those leaves because, one, I wanted to brighten it up a little bit through here because we're getting a lot of rain. And then, of course, it rained. So had the overcast again in a lighter gray or darker gray, and then put the beads in there. Yep, glow in the dark. And then Sunday, it was nasty, to say the least. So I went with a paler shade of a light brown. No, this wasn't. Was that the? Yeah, this was the light brown. To go with the lighter colors of the weeds and stuff and grasses that are in the fields and on the hillside. And then, of course, it was overcast and it thunderstormed in the night, and so there was flooding. So I put brown beads in there for flooding. And yes, I know, the brown beads should have gone down on the ground. Only problem is I was trying to do catch up, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and put the ground in now, because I know I can't get out in the fields today because the mud is just crazy from the flooding and stuff. And so I decided I'd just, go ahead and pick out what color I was going to use. So I put that in. Well, by late afternoon or evening, it was like, oh man, I should have put flood beads. So I have a new bead collection to add in. If it floods, then ta-da, brown beads. So now when I look at my scarf, a few years down the line, I'll go, ooh, flooded. But anyway, so that was super cool. And I am having so much fun with this thing. I really am. It's just fun not knowing what colors are going to go in the next day. And knowing that I don't have to spend my whole day working on it is even better. But I'm glad that I'm recording and taping the collars in here. Yeah, I now got to use the, yeah, on there. I'm tired. Rubber band on there. And that I'm recording what the colors mean and everything, and little notes and details, so I don't forget. Because there are some things that take place with the scarf that are nice and fun to remember on. So I've got that. Let's see. And what else did I have? Oh, I was going to tell you about the mittens. So the mittens were a total bomb and disaster. I was supposed to have them finished on, and in the mailbox. But what I did, unfortunately, is I had split the yarn so much when I was knitting that I couldn't pull back. You can't pull back and undo any damage. And this is not knit in the round. This is knit flat, and then you seam it up the sides. But if you don't know how to pull back, what you do is you take like a smaller hook or smaller needle, and you go through and you pick up the stitches all the way across. And this is the fast way to do it. And then just give a yank, and you can just keep pulling it out until you get down to that row. And, start over again. It's not a big deal. It's so simple to do it that way. Unfortunately, splitting the yarn, I couldn't do it. And I ended up having to completely remake another mitten after I'd gotten to about inch and a half from being finished with it. Oh, talk about frustrating. That was frustrating. So anyways, they are ready for the mail lady today. And this goes down in the mailbox. And there's that one. And then another thing that I worked on Saturday night and then most of the day on Sunday is Woolly Wormhead's. She makes the most interesting hats. I've already shown this, I'm pretty certain, but Woolly Wormhead's pattern for the tea cozy hat. And I finished that up. I've got to start in on another one today, and then I've also got to get the swatching done for my great niece's hat. But this is for one of my nieces. And they both have ponytails a lot. So this is right there. I don't know if you can see it too well with that lighting, but yeah, you can go straight in, and that's the ponytail area. And what I like is that you make an I-cord and you run that through the top. And I like that. But what I wish I had Clover's little tiny pom-pom makers, the one that makes the real small ones. And I'd put a little pom-pom at the end of each one. But anyway, so that's what I finished up yesterday, the Woolly Wormhead's Tea Cozy hat. And it's a fun pattern to work on. It's basic, and then up here, that's when it begins to change a bit and stuff. So, but anyways, I like it. I love the way that works like that. The other thing I like about this hat, and I don't like, by the way, the crocheted ponytail hats. I just don't. I don't see the point of a hat that won't keep you warm, and we are in the dead of winter now. So this one here, for the ponytail, allows you to, with the I-cord, you can tighten it up, and block out some of that cold air that's going to come down, because I'm sorry, your ponytail is not going to block that cold air. It just isn't. I remember years ago, any sort of gap in a hat, the heat's going to come out. And this just helps reduce the heat from escaping. So anyways, and it's cool looking. So there's that. And let's see, what else do we have? That's pretty much it for the day. I'm going to be making another one of those, and then I'll be working on Gracie's hat. And hers, I'm probably going to end up doing the swatch on hers today, because I want to show you the swatch tomorrow on my idea that I've got for her hat. And part of it is being pulled from, just a minute here. Whoa! Okay, get back up there. I've gotten ideas off of the Hip Knit Hats book about doing something like that, but not completely. And that's putting beads going up and down it. So, Tiger, 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 the cat that listens. Tiger, hey, come on. I never trust him in the bathroom. Okay, so anyway, so I'm going to be working on her hat as well, doing the swatching for it. But anyway, so that's it for me today, and hope you guys all had a great weekend, and here's to a great week. Oh, and I do have another video coming out today also on how to sell on Etsy. Now, obviously, my videos are a bit different than a lot of other people's that are out there on that, because I cover areas that I don't see other people covering. And in some ways, and seeing it a little bit differently, because everybody sees it a bit different. And so anyways, I've got another one coming up this afternoon, and I'll get it up for you. And have a great one. Bye.